Good morning students. This is 10th standard English class video 2. In this video we'll see the continuation of the story. We'll see in the book page number 23. She timidly answered she was no goddess but a simple maid and was going to give him an account of herself. When Prospero interrupted her, he was well pleased to find they admired each other, but to try Ferdinand's constancy, he resolved to throw some difficulties in their way. Therefore, advancing forward, he addressed the prince with a stern air, telling him he came to the island as a spy to take it from him who was the lord of it. "Follow me," said he. "I will tie your neck and feet together. You shall drink sea water, shellfish, withered roots, and husk of acorns shall be your food." "No," said Ferdinand, "I will resist this," and drew his sword, but Prospero, waving his magic wand, fixed him to the spot where he stood, so that he had no power to move. We'll see the explanation. Miranda was happy seeing the appearance of a beautiful young prince, and Ferdinand also wondered to see such a beautiful, lovely lady in this island. Miranda answered very calmly. She says that she is not a goddess but a simple woman, and started to give him an account about herself. And Prospero interrupted in between them, but he was happy to see that both of them admired each other. Prospero wanted to check Ferdinand's constancy, that is, to check whether he is a good person. He thought of giving him some problem to check whether he is a good person or not. Prospero came forward and he asked Ferdinand with a harsh voice, "Have you come to this island as a spy to take away this island from me? Because I am the king of this island." Prospero is telling Ferdinand, "Follow me," and said, "I am going to tie your neck and feet together, and you should drink only sea water, shellfish, withered roots, and husks of acorns." Sea water we know. Shellfish is fish which is found in salt water. And the meaning of withered root is roots which had lost its freshness. And husks of acorns is the dry outer covering of the fruit of the oak tree. Only these are the items you are going to have as a food. After hearing everything, Ferdinand said, "No, I cannot accept this," and took his sword, showed towards Prospero. But Prospero took his magic stick and showed in front of Ferdinand and made him to stand still in the same place like a statue. And Ferdinand had no power to move from that place. Next paragraph in the book. Miranda hung upon her father, saying, "Why are you so ungentle? Have pity, sir. I will be his surety. This is the second man I ever saw, and to me he seems a true one." Explanation for this paragraph. After seeing this, Miranda hung upon her father's neck and said, "Father, why are you behaving like this ungentle? You are a very gentle person. Show pity on him." Miranda says she would be his surety. Ferdinand is a second man that she had seen after her father, and it seems that he is a good and true person, says Miranda to Prospero. Next paragraph in the book, page 23. "Silence," said the father. "One word more will make you chide you, girl." "What? An advocate for an impostor? You think there are no more such fine men?" "Having seen only him and Caliban." This he said to prove his daughter's constancy, and she replied, "My affections are most humble. I have no wish to see a goodlier man." "Come on, young man," said Prospero to the prince, "you have no power to disobey me." Explanation. After hearing everything, Prospero said to his daughter, "Silence. Don't talk even one word more than this. If you are going to talk, I will chide, that is, scold you. Girl, are you an advocate to talk for this impostor, for this cheat person? Do you think he is the only fine man in this world? Other than me, you have seen only this Ferdinand and Caliban. So you are thinking he is a fine man." Prospero spoke like this only to check his daughter's belief on Ferdinand, and Miranda replied that her affections are simple, and she also says that she has no wish to see a good man more than this. Prospero said to the prince, "Come on, young man, you have no power to disobey me. You have to obey my words, no other way." The next paragraph. Prospero had commanded Ferdinand to pile up some heavy logs of wood. King's son not being much used to laborious work, Miranda soon after found him almost dying with fatigue. "Alas," said she, "do not work so hard. My father is at his studies. He is safe for these 3 hours. Pray rest yourself." Meaning for the hard words: pile up, increase in quality; logs, to cut down trees so that you can use it for wood; fatigue, extreme tiredness. Explanation. Prospero had commanded Ferdinand to pile up some heavy logs of wood. Ferdinand is the king's son, so he is not used to this laborious work before. Miranda found his Ferdinand almost dying with extreme tiredness, so she told him that, "Alas, our father is at his studies. He is in his study room. He would not come out for 3 hours. So you please take rest," says Miranda to Ferdinand. Now we'll see the next paragraph. "Oh, my dear lady," said Ferdinand, "I dare not. I must finish my task before I take my rest." "If you will sit down," said Miranda, "I will carry your logs the while." But this Ferdinand would by no means agree to. Explanation. Miranda was telling to Ferdinand to take rest till her father arrives. For that, Ferdinand says, "Oh, my dear lady, I dare not," means I will not. Ferdinand says he must finish his work before he takes rest. Then Miranda asked Ferdinand to sit down and take rest. Instead of him, she would carry his logs and piles up. But Ferdinand did not agree to Miranda and does not want her to work. The next paragraph. Prospero, who had enjoined Ferdinand this task merely as a trial of his love, was not at his books, as his daughter supposed, but was standing by them invisible, to overhear what they said. Now we'll see the explanation. Prospero, who had given this heavy task to him only to check the sincerity and love of the Ferdinand he has towards his work. As Miranda said, Prospero was not at his studies, not reading the books. Instead, he was standing near them only, but invisible to them, and overhearing what both of them were talking. Next paragraph. Ferdinand enquired her name, which she told, saying it was against her father's express command she did so. And then Ferdinand, in a fine long speech, told the innocent Miranda he was heir to the crown of Naples and that she should be his queen. Explanation for this paragraph. Ferdinand asked her name and Miranda said to him that she is talking to him against her father's command. And then Ferdinand gave a fine long speech and says that Miranda is innocent. He also adds that he was the only heir, son to the King of Naples, and that she, that is Miranda, should be his queen. Prospero now appeared before them. Before he was invisible, but now visible. The next paragraph in book. Fear nothing, my child, said he. I have overheard and approve of all of you have said. And Ferdinand, if I have too severely used you, I will make you rich amends by giving you my daughter as your wife in future. All your vexations were but trials of your love, and you have nobly stood the test. We'll see the meaning for the hard words. Amends, to change something slightly in order to make it better. Vexations, worry or anger. Explanation. Prospero appeared before them and said, "Don't fear, my dear child," and added that he was overhearing everything and also approved to what both of them were talking. And Prospero said to Ferdinand that if he had too severely used you or behaved harshly towards you, I would repent or ask sorry for that, and in return I would get married my daughter to you and make her your future wife. All the worry I had given to you were only to test your love towards my daughter, and you have passed nobly in the test. Students, hope you have understood the story till this. Remaining, we will continue in the next video. Thank you, students.